What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of Xenoblade Chronicles Trey. We're listening to Off-Seer, which I think is also the title theme, let me know, and A Formidable Enemy, both from the channel Nintendo Melody. And just as a side, and these are requested by Triage101, Mitchell, Timo, and Kapitein KOEK. For those that don't know, I'm going to be playing my very first Xenoblade Chronicles for the first time very soon, coming up in May. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which I guess is 1. And I haven't said when or how, but all I can tell you is you're going to find the playthrough there at Jesse's VODs. So I'm excited going into it. No plans on playing 2 or 3, so don't ask. But I have heard some stuff from 3. It is, if I recall correctly, the latest game, because I remember getting requests for it when it was new. Yeah, let's just get into it. Off-Seer. Oh, and the reason I thought it was a title theme is because the request says title theme, and then when I clicked it, it says Off-Seer. So let me know. Does that have we have the composers here? I don't know. I don't see the composers. Okay. Off-Seer from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Let's go. This guy's channel is high end. Ooh. I'll say it later, but I had an immediate thought as soon as it started. This is a Yoko Shimomura, is it? The reason I ask is I just did the title theme for 1 for DE, and it had the same sort of like slow piano thing that I wasn't expecting, and I wasn't expecting it here either. To this day, I don't think I've caught any leitmotifs in Xenoblade. I'm sure they're there. Or maybe they're not. But I haven't caught any. It's crazy because I've been listening to Xenoblade for 2 years now. Oh, this is amazing. I love the piano. The closer and closer I get to Xenoblade, to playing it, the more I feel like the story is going to unravel some feelings. Because at first I did not think that. I thought it was just like a crazy, like, just action all the time. But now I'm getting, them RPG feels. This is nice. Loop? I'm not sure if that was a loop or not. We are just marinating in this minor key right now. Just it's beautiful though. Straight solo piano, nothing else. I wonder if they got like a guest pianist for this, or someone that just knows how to play the piano. That's on the team already. I wonder if this could be Masuda. Xenoblade Chronicles composers are a little tricky. Well, here it says composer Yasunori Masuda. Because I know they have like the Ace Plus thing. Excuse me, they have the Ace Plus thing, and that's like a collaboration. And then I found out about Yoko Shimura was like done some stuff. I have no context to be sad, but I feel like I should be sad. I think it goes without saying, but like, don't spoil anything. If you can do that. I gotta be very careful around anything Xenoblade comment-wise, just as a heads up. I may not see these comments. I read all my comments, but I may not look at anything Xenoblade for a while until I beat DE. Yeah, just nice left hand, right hand arpeggios. Off-Seer. What does that mean? Let's look up what that means. Well, that was beautiful. I'm afraid I don't have a whole bunch to say. Off-Seer. Was that a meme? Oh, I'm just getting a bunch of stuff that says Xenoblade, so I don't want to get spoilers. So I don't know if that's a term or not. Like if that's just like a... Please let me know. Off-Seer, I don't know what that means. But everything I looked up just says like Xenoblade. I'm like, oh, can't look too far into that. You know how looking stuff up on Google is. You'd be like, here's the whole story. Okay. Well, before we get into a formidable enemy, which I'm going to just assume that is the complete opposite of that. Yeah, right? Like, so here's what I can say about this so far. Well, I love the solo piano. It's an amazing thing. It's something that I've just always enjoyed, and I just always enjoyed, you know? It's just, it feels very personal because it's just nothing else. It's just the player, their fingers, how hard they're hitting the keys, and it's really nice. I like the way it looks too, like the way they kind of sway their upper body, and then, you know, there's like it's like an art to seeing it as well. But the journey with Xenoblade has been something. I started with 2, I think it was Counterattack. So that was my introduction, right? These violins and kind of battle theme sounding musics. And then I started to hear different things. I heard like mechanical rhythm, and that was like super heavy and then very catchy. And then we had stuff like Gower Plane, and you know, so the diversity was starting to open up. And then And now just recently, I think, like I'm pretty sure it's recent, but now I've heard 2 songs that relate to the title that are very solemn sounding. And like, whoa. When I think title stuff, I don't think sad, you know? I think kind of more uplifting or something. I don't know, but to have something labeled as the title song and to have such a dark tonality, it's like, whoa. You know, here I was thinking Xenoblade was all fun and games and just, you know, mind you, I still haven't seen footage from this thing. I've only seen these images of this gargantuan thing in the fields. This is my knowledge of Xenoblade visually, is that. From each thumbnail, it's always something like that. So I feel like it's going to be kind of a surprise, definitely, whenever I do decide to boot it up. It just didn't really like put me anywhere, or it was just a really beautiful piece of music that I feel that I won't understand the meaning of until it's complete. And I think it's written that way on purpose. I think you're meant to hear what I'm assuming is, since it's a title theme, what I'm assuming is that it plays very early and it's supposed to kind of give you the feeling that I have now. It's like, why does it sound like that? You know? And then it's like, oh, that's why. But at the same time, it could also sound like the end. I don't know. You know, I just said that in another video. Intros can sound like outros. I don't know. Off-Seer. Yeah, I don't know. This one's hard to talk about. It's obviously 1,000,000% context based here. So I was just more enjoying the sounds in my ears, to put it bluntly. And if anything, everything has a place, right? So not every video I'm going to have a bunch of things to say. But that's also kind of funny how that works, because then I can look back on this, which I've done before. Every time I play a game, well, I'll do reactions, then I'll play the game, and then I look back on that reaction and be like, well, I was way off, or I was pretty dead on. Or I'm like, oh, okay. So this is the way I'm treating this one. I'm preparing it for the future when I do come across it and, oh, you know, starts to click. But for now, I have an emotional feeling to it, but it's not what it's probably intended. I don't know what's going on. It's just more of a, wow, that sounded really solemn and beautiful at the same time. That's it. And I guess I'll look back on this someday and we'll see what happens. That was Off-Seer. We now have a Formidable enemy, full version. Same game. Now, I'm just going to guess by the title alone that this is not going to have any of that energy whatsoever. And then let me know who composed it said Yasunori Matsuda, but let me know just in case, because I never really thought of him as a piano player. I mean, it makes sense, obviously, but I don't. If that was him, I don't think I've ever just heard him play like a live piece. So, okay, a Formidable enemy. What a strong start. That's the Xenoblade I know. Like, that's the sound I know. Are those voices? It's complex. Mini boss? Boss theme? Something like that? It is a formidable enemy, after all. That's sick. And it's even cooler now hearing that first one. You know? Showing that variety of the soundtrack. This reminds me of, the Torna battle theme, sort of. It's got that, like, jazz flair to it. What is going on? Whiplash. I would never guess these two songs were in the same soundtrack, ever. Guitar solo? Holy crap, dude. Woo! Sounds like it could be the intro to like a duo cop TV show from the 70s. Starsky and Hutch comes to mind. But like way better. Damn, dude. That is a crazy arrangement. Tamori Kudo from Ace. What genre is this? Xenoblade Chronicles. So yeah, this is kind of the reason why I decided to play these games. Because of what we're hearing right now. No bad songs yet, just craziness. That's so crazy, dude. I have some bad news. I have bad news. That's how it ends. That was so good that like I blanked out like halfway through. So instead of like, oh, let me gather my thoughts as the song was going, like every other video, I'm now like scrambling in my head, like, oh, okay, what do I say? What do I say? I was just zoned out. I was just jamming. Now that gave me the feeling of similar to like the first time I ever heard Xenoblade Chronicles, or the time I heard Torna's battle. Just that feeling of, what is this game? And I might have to play it someday. Luckily, we're pretty close to that. No, not 3, but we gotta start somewhere, right? So I'm excited for that playthrough, because not only that is like there's so many songs that are probably in the game that haven't been requested. So just that thought alone is like, oh my god, it's scary. It's scary. Now, what I'm getting from Xenoblade, the series, is it seems like they try to outdo themselves. So if there is a 4 or something later on, I feel like, well, you gotta crank it up, you know? They have this sort of hybrid sound of funk, kinda? Violins. They have some of the best battle themes I've ever heard. Let's just call a spade a spade. Actually, I totally forgot about this, but I just made a video talking about battle themes in video games. And you can guess what series shows up there. By the way, that's called VGM Vibes. You can find it here on the channel easily. That is a song that I can't possibly say enough good things about, but it requires a lot of listens to decipher it all. And it's 6 minutes, so I can't just listen to it back to back. I need to take a break from it and come back. But man, yeah, it definitely sounded more on the important fight type of style, like a sub boss or a boss. It is called a formidable enemy. So I'm guessing this is just similar to how Final Fantasy does it, where it's like they have a battle theme, a kind of bigger battle theme, and then like a specific battle theme, that type of thing. Or specific songs to a boss character, something like that. That's just an assumption. Yeah, this is crazy. You know, I really want to compare it to another song, but it's a big spoiler to a game. So I don't even know how to bring it up without even spoiling it. But it's a new game, and that's all I can say. And I kind of want to just be like, if you know, you know. But I don't want to say anything. But this reminded me of a newish game. In a battle, and that song became like one of my favorites of that game. Okay, that's all I'll say. But yeah, just this whole like swingy, hard-hitting jazz with this funk and disco elements, while still sounding like badass at the same time. It doesn't sound cheesy or anything, and yet still sounds nice and classical with all, you know, it's like there's a reason why. You know, I get asked all the time, hey, why don't you play this game? Why don't you play this game? First of all, if I played every game that people have asked me to play, I'd be doing this until I'd be like 90. I choose games mainly if I just curiosity, like, oh yeah, sure. But the big, you know, balancing thing is the music. So Xenoblade has pretty much always caught my attention, but I never had a Nintendo, so I was like, that's not gonna happen. Actually, I remember thinking about this a long time ago. I think I brought it up in the Discord. I'm like, hey, you know, Xenoblade sounds like one of those cool games I would try out, and then immediately was shut down by like, oh, it's Nintendo only. So, oh, well, that sucks. I guess I'll never, well, not never, but I guess the priority is lessened. And then the community has been like, well, no, let's take care of that. So yeah, we're gonna be playing DE. So again, be careful on anything spoilers. I don't know if I'm playing 2 or 3, but at least with Xenoblade in general, I don't know if the games are connected. Just kind of be wary of spoiling. But I'm really glad I heard the first song because it really amplified the second one, and I'm really glad I heard the second one because it really amplified the first. Hearing piano, a solo piano, emotional piece, to then be followed by this crazy jazz thing makes both of them that much better. And like, it's part of the whole package. The game, here, this is how I think. This may not be how you think, but if the entire game sounded like this, it would suck. If the game sounded like the piano song, all of it, it would suck. But the fact that they exist in the same game, that's what's cool. Variety is cool, dynamics are cool, emotions and just changing things up, that's what's cool to me. And that's why I'm playing this game. So it kind of takes away from, like, what I said by like it'll suck if it was just this, it'll get old. That's just the way I think. I think things get old like that. You know? I use this analogy a lot, and it's stupid, but it works. You know, I love pizza. I think everyone loves pizza. But if you eat pizza every day, you're gonna hate pizza. So hearing the pizza and then the first song, which was like the, I don't know, let's just call it the cold sandwich that was very good as well. It makes you appreciate, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but you know what I mean? Okay, cool. Thank you to Triedge, 101, Mitchell, Timo, and Kapitein KOEK. I cannot wait to play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which will be right here. And I'm still hearing the songs from that game. I still have like a couple more videos to do, so be on the lookout, because Xenoblade Chronicles fans are getting a lot of videos soon. So, yap. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patreon members, Platinum members. Thanks to you. Peace.